Hey guys, this is Filthy Casual here coming at you today with another Dev Pro replay. Now this has been one of the best duels I've ever been a part of, and I was able to keep positive and believe in the heart of the cards, and I was actually able to win the game that way. So without further ado, let's start the replay. Now I'm gonna pause for a sec, sound effects are on, swap. I'm using my Dino Rabbit deck, and he's using some kind of Quasar Mecha Phantom Beast type of deck. So he's going first. He goes for the Mathematician to dump a Mecha Phantom Beast O-Line to get a level 3 token. He sets Bottomless and Aerial Charge and ends his turn. I draw a decent hand. I activate Mystical on the wrong one, unfortunately, so he chains, summons a token, and then leaves it. He Bottomless my Dracoliva, and I set Deep Prison, and he activates Supply Unit, sends everything in the graveyard for a Leo, and fortunately I don't have anything to counter Leo in my hand or on the field yet, so I was in a little bit of a pickle here. So this is my turn now. I draw a Lance. I still don't have an answer, so I just set Lance, summon card D and get these two cards to negate summons, but I still can't get rid of that Leo. So he does summon a Mecha Phantom Beast, Tetherwolf, I think that's his name. So when it's summoned, it gets a token. It can't be destroyed by battle or card effects with a token on the field. So he attacks with Leo. I can't stop the Leo, but I do activate Deep Prison on his Mecha Phantom Beast because I don't want to take any more life points. And trust me, I was smart by doing this. So this is a fast turn. Sorry about that. I set Macrocosmos, Forbidden Lance, Blackthorn Heaven, and Solemn Warning, summon my Rabbit. And I'm going for a defensive play with these guys, so I overlay them for a Mace Stroke and end my turn. Now, I activate Macrocosmos on draw face or whatever, so he can't, just in case he needs his graveyard or something, so he activates Soul Charge, and he's summoning everything he has from the graveyard, and he's going for, I think, a Catastor, yes, and I activate Blackthorn Heaven in response to that, and I've loved playing this card because it just stops everything. It's saved me so many times. I'll leave a link to my deck profile of this deck if you're interested in it, by the way. So he can't attack because he used Soul Charge. I drew Thunder King and decided not to set anything, and it worked out for me. So he draws this card, which has been really annoying in the duel right here. So he attacks. I save myself. I draw card D, and I use its effect to draw more cards, and it still can't get me out of that Leo. So he draws Call the Haunted, and fortunately for me, there's nothing in his graveyard for him to use it with. So I draw another Lance. Not really helping me. So I decided to set one of these guys. He draws another Aerial Charge. He attacks this guy with Leo, and I happen to Mystical Run for one, I'm pretty sure. So I draw Mirror Force, finally, and out to Leo. I was thinking I was going to come back. I set a Sabersaurus, and I have 2 Lances set. So he summons another token, and he summons Beals. Now I'm like, oh, darn it. Well, now Mirror Force is not going to really help me. He attacks my Sabersaurus. It's banished, and I draw a Gold Sark, so then I Gold Sark for Neospatian Grand Mole, right? And I'll get rid of this, so I have to stall for another 2 turns. He activates this card, which he has to tribute a token or a wind monster and select 1 card and top deck it, so I have this Lance to help me out with that. And I still have 1 Lance set face down, and that helps me out through the duel. So he attacks with Beals, and he attacks for 600 directly. I'm at 1200, and he's at 5000. He sees us Call the Haunted and Aerial Charge set. I have Solemn Warning, Forbidden Lance. So this is 1 turn. 1 more turn, I get Grammel. I get Torrential, and I set Thunder King. He was going for game. He draws another one of these annoying trap cards that I had to deal with again. So he tries to go for game, but Thunder King defense is just too strong. He sets that, and I draw and get a Duality, and I get my Grand Mole finally. So he activates Aerial Charge, and he thinks that since he activated Aerial Charge, he can activate this to basically win the duel. And he says that in the chat, but I'm activating Forbidden Lance, and I saved myself with the Forbidden Lance. Thank goodness I was playing that. So I activate Duality and decide to go for a Duality for helping traps next turn, and hopefully he didn't draw a monster, or I could Torrential it, which would be kind of good, but he'd get to draw. So he sets a Compulse. I draw a Black Horn. I go for the Deep Prison just in case something goes wrong here. I try to attack with the Grand Mole, but he compulses it. So I set my 2 traps and end my turn. So he draws another Mecha Phantom Beast. He decides to summon it. I Torrential that. He gets to draw, but he can't really do anything. So I get my Sabersaurus, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, I can't believe I'm still in this duel. Like, I believed in the heart of the cards the whole time, and this is really paying off. And I was actually, like, my heart was pumping right now. Like, I need to win this duel. I feel like I need to win. And once I draw that Sabersaurus, and his life points is decently low, I was hoping. I was like, yes, the heart of the cards prevailed for me. He draws a Duality, and he summons this. he attacks, and I activate Deep Prison in response to that because I'm going for game as fast as possible. And he sets Duality, and I draw the Duality, and I Duality into a Direct Guiva. I summon it, and I'm pushing for game. He gets a Wabaku. I attack, so I'm at 600, he's at 1000. He activates Duality, and he picks a MST. He goes for that Black Horn, sadly, and I get a hit for 200, and he destroys my Direct Guiva. I'm at 400, he is at 1000. He has set Wabaku, and he still has Call of the Haunted, which you can't use. So I draw a Night of Snail, I'm not going to be using it. Summon Grand Mole, I send it back to his hand. I attack for game, but he activates Wabaku in response. Now, I was so thinking it's all down to what he draws here, like am I going to win or am I going to lose? So he summons this, he crashes with that, gets that draw, can't get anything. I draw Tour Guide, 1000 attack, 1000 life points, nothing in his graveyard, and the only thing he has Call of the Haunted. So I would have been able to attack, but he actually surrendered, and that's it. I was able to win with the heart of the cards. Now, I feel like this is a really, really, really interesting duel and a really amazing duel because this is what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is all about. Like in the show, they never give up and they manage to draw the right card when they need it and they manage to win. And this is what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is really about. So I'm so glad I was able to have this duel and show it to you guys. So thanks for watching, guys. Comment of what I should do next, and I will, I promise. So thank you all for watching. And again, this is Filthy Casual signing out.